So, Spurs 4, Everton 0, and I can pretty confidently sit here and say that Spurs will not have an easier home game this season. I was at the game today, and I can't sit here and say that I'm shocked that we conceded 4, that we played as poorly as we did, because the writing was on the wall from last week. And it's the same thing happening again. Except this week, Everton did not have a period of 15 to 20 minutes playing good football. It was awful right from the start. So let's look at the teams that started quickly. For Tottenham, Vicario, Udogie, Van de Ven, Romero, Porro, Maddison, Bissouma, Kulusevski, Odobert, the new signing, Son, Johnson. And straight away, the quality in that team is clear. The pace, the goal threat. Compare it to our team. Pickford, Mykolenko, Keane, Tarkowski, Dixon, who was a positive, Gay, Irogbunum, McNeil, Doucouré, Harrison, Calvert-Lewin, and that team is devoid of ideas. I don't want to sit here today and single players out. I'm just going to talk to them as a team. Devoid of ideas, devoid of creativity, devoid of any adventure with the play, devoid of any spark, and the game plan from the manager is just hit it and hope. Pickford, hit it up long to Calvert-Lewin, hope he can hold it down and keep it away from Van de Ven and Romero long enough to bring Harrison into play. I mean, Harrison and McNeil were anonymous today, but that's not a surprise when they've got Udogie and Porro, who were getting forward and didn't need to think, frankly, about McNeil or Harrison. And Calvert-Lewin gets a lot of stick, but there were a few times he won it in the air today and there's nobody around him. So what is he supposed to do? He's supposed to bring the ball down, beat Van de Ven, beat Romero, and go and score without any support. And that's just frankly not him. He's got nobody to bring the ball in. You know, even if he does manage to bring it down, there's no one there to bring in to the play. But there is somebody that is exciting and is creative, and he's sat on the bench. And that's Ndai, who came on after 57 minutes, and you know, Everton are 2-0 down again, just like last week, and he's expected to turn it around. Ndai was on the left quite a lot in the second half, and there was a time where he beat a Spurs player, and then there was a second Spurs player that came over and took it off him. So there was nobody wanting the ball from Ndai. It was like, okay, you do it on your own and you can beat 3 Spurs players. And if you do that, well done, but we're not going to help you. And so I'm not going to talk about the players more than that today. I'm not going to go into the goals in like one by one, because we'll be here all day. Dyche needs to change it. He needs to try something different, because this hit it and hope football, you know, Tarkowski didn't even get to play the diagonal passes that normally Dyche wants him to play, because Spurs were just on us for the opening 25 minutes. And there was no time or space for him to do that, an option to do that. Dyche needs to change it now. Playing Calvert-Lewin on his own is not working. Do I rate Beto? But that's who we've got. That's not my job, because I'm not an Everton scout. That's what we've got. So play Calvert-Lewin and Beto, play Ndai behind them, play Lindstrom. Haven't seen enough of him, and today was not the day for him. What is he, 2-0 down when he comes on as well. Play Lindstrom, play Ndai, play Beto, and if he's playing the new signings, Dyche, he can say, well, these are the players I've got. I'm playing the new signings now. He's getting criticism for that because I can't understand it. If Everton lose 4-0 today and we lose from playing nice football, losing the ball in, when we're attacking, and then Spurs go and counter and they score, I can at least sit here and say, well, do you know what? Everton played some nice football and Everton created some good chances, but they picked us off on the break. What can we do? It's not that. It's that Everton can't, I don't even know what a style of play is, but it's just hit and hope, isn't it? Don't play nice football, don't create chances, didn't get into good positions today at all, and still conceded 4. And we're playing 4 defenders and 2 holding midfielders of Gay and Irugbunum, so we've got 6 defensive players and we're still conceding 4. So what's the point? Because you've only got McNeil, Doucouré, Harrison and Calvert-Lewin that are our attacking players, but they haven't got any pace. So how are you going to hurt Van de Ven, Romero, Porro, Udogie? You're not, and we didn't. So that would be my unsolicited advice to Sean Dyche. Change it, because it's not working. Dixon was a positive today because he started at right back and he had the very difficult task of keeping Udogie, Porro, Kulusevski, Son, Johnson, all players who like to play out wide and attack, at bay. And if it had been Ashley Young or Seamus Coleman or Nathan Patterson, they also would have had a very tough time. And he made a few crunching tackles that got the crowd going. And he did his best as a young player making his debut away at Tottenham. So, I did just want to focus on the last goal that Tottenham scored, because I think to end my review of today's game, Tottenham stopped playing after 25 minutes. I think that's my biggest worry, actually, is that Tottenham didn't play scintillating football for 90 minutes today. They didn't have to. After 25 minutes until half time, they stopped. They went into first gear. They knew that Everton were not going to score 2, let alone 3. Let's be honest, make 2 chances. And until Romero scored in the 71st, again, they were just in first gear. This game's done. Why should we, overexert ourselves when we're going to have a clean sheet? We're going to win by a good number. But Van de Ven today was absolutely brilliant, because the one time that Calvert-Lewin did manage to hold onto the ball, he would be there. He's so quick. And for Spurs' last goal, he charges through our non-existent midfield and defence, plays a lovely ball through to Son, and great assist and good finish by Son, who gets his brace against us. I think unless Everton make brave decisions early this season, and I don't know who's going to do it, whether it's Mashiri or Texter or whoever, we're in for another long season. Because I'm looking ahead to the next few games. I'm looking to Doncaster at home. Do you know, that's an opportunity for Dyche to play some of the new signings and them to get a little bit of confidence, because they're certainly devoid of it now. But then we've got Bournemouth at home on the 31st of August, where you would expect Everton's transfer business to be done. We just simply do not have enough in the final third. I'm looking at that Bournemouth game and I'm worried. Even though they've sold Solanke to Spurs a couple of weeks ago, I don't see where our wins are coming from, where our goals are coming from, and I feel like that's what I've said for the last 3-4 years. Somehow Everton are going to raise it again and beat Newcastle at home and beat Chelsea at home. Just somehow those teams are going to have an off day. We need 40 points. And right now it's early in the season, we're 2 games in, but I just cannot see those positive signs. Trust me, I'm looking for them. If Everton had played some lovely football today but lost 4-1, I could have sat here and said that. I can't, because it would be a lie. It was hopeless from beginning to end. On that cheery note, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for watching. What would you do? Let me know in the comments.